Have you ever met someone and thought, I should keep up with him? But for whatever reason, you didn't. In this hyper-connected world, you know you're one connection away from everything. Tripling your business, landing a husband or a wife, or finding a dream job. But sometimes staying on top of networking is tough. And if you're introverted like me, it's impossible. In 2013, I wanted to get better at networking and following up with people. I implemented one little technique and it literally changed everything. I'm Derek Halpern, you're watching Social Triggers TV, and here's what went down. Now let me set the stage. You're at a conference and you meet someone who you think can help you. You also think you can help them. It's a potential win-win situation. But conferences are crazy. You meet 10 other people, maybe 20 other people, and by the time you're done, you're so overwhelmed with the people you meet, you end up never following up with anyone. That was the story of my life, and I was sick of it. I knew building my network was a great way to get my name out there, but I just couldn't do it. And I made up all sorts of excuses too. Oh, this sounds so fake. I can't email them. They're real busy. I'm real busy. I'll see them when I see them. I've got nothing to talk about. All of this was far from the truth. I met these people, we hit it off, I knew there was a win-win relationship there, but I just wasn't doing the work. That's when I decided to just start stalking people. I did not mean to say that. That's when I started using a little strategy I call the Followup Framework. You see, I knew I wasn't following up with people because I was forgetting to do it. I was also forgetting what we talked about. I even sometimes forgot their name. So here's what I did. Anytime I'd meet someone I wanted to stay in touch with, the second I got a spare moment, I set a reminder in my calendar to email them, and I included a few words about our conversation. And it worked! But I realized something else. I was setting reminders to email people the next day or the day after. Well, that was a huge mistake because I would still make an excuse to not follow up. I'd say things like, well, I just got back from the conference, I have all these emails that I have to deal with. Or, there's no way they're gonna see my email now because they're traveling too. This is a big problem. So instead, I set the reminder for about 5 to 10 days out from the initial meeting. And that's the follow-up framework at its core. I know it sounds so simple, but if you don't wanna forget to follow up with someone ever again, use the framework. Now, you likely have a couple of questions. I'm sure the first is, how do I make sure they read my follow-up email? Well, here's what I do. If I meet someone new and plan to follow up, I tell them so. I say something as simple as, I'll shoot you an email in a week or two after the craziness from the event dies down. This way, he's now expecting my email, and I can put a reminder in my calendar right there. You can even say something as simple as, I'm an idiot, if I don't put this in my calendar right now, I'm going to forget. So let me do this right now. 1 second. Another question you probably have is, what do I say in my follow-up email? Well, here's what you shouldn't say. It was great meeting you. I'd love for you to help me with. You just met this person. Don't ask them for anything. That's a surefire way to get ignored. So what should you do instead? If you can recall a problem they had from your initial conversation, offer a potential solution. Don't come off as a know-it-all, but instead just some guy who's trying to help a new friend. If you don't recall a problem, then share a piece of data or research that you think they'll be interested in. People love data. But let's say you're at a loss and you don't know how to help and you've got no research. Then what should you say? You ready for this? Hey, it was nice meeting you. Are you launching anything new or going to any other events in the next few months? And that's it. That simple question gives them an opportunity to reveal a little bit more information about themselves so you can see how you might give value without having to ask for anything. And that's the complete follow-up framework. When you meet someone you want to follow up with, calendar a reminder to email that person in 5 to 10 days. Then send them an email, but don't ask for anything. Either offer them something or ask them what's coming up for them. And that's it. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to the Social Triggers channel. And if you want even more tips on building a business, networking, and persuasion, hop over to socialtriggers.com and sign up for the newsletter. Or click one of these boxes. Now, let me pass this to you. What do you say to people after you first meet them? Share it in the comments. Also, how would you like people to reach out to you after they meet you? I'll start. When I meet someone new, I always like to send them tea or a book. 2 things that I like very much. And when people reach out to me, I personally love receiving books because I read them. But if not a book, I like to get those quick little emails that say, nice meeting you. Now leave a comment and let me know what you think. Am I texting right?